Hi, guys. Welcome to another episode of Wake Up. Today's topic we're going to be speaking about is sharing your location with your spouse or your friend or anybody that you've been involved with. We're out here in the Chi, which is Chicago. Let's give it up here. Giving out our opinion.
Southside.
So we'll start out here with maybe Diamond out here. What do you think about sharing your location with your spouse or whatever?
So from personal experience, I actually did share my location for a few years. And I feel like the reason we stopped, it was just like, it got to a point where it was just like blocking and unblocking. We would get mad and then we just eventually stopped asking each other. But it was never a sense of a trust issue. I feel like it was more like if you don't have nothing to hide, why are you scared to share your location?
I don't believe in that. What do you mean you have nothing to hide?
I mean, like if you're not doing anything, then what's the problem with sharing your location? Like, why wouldn't you want to share your location with somebody if you're not doing anything wrong? You only don't want to do it if you have something to hide. Let me give you an example.
You go pick up your mom from the grocery store. All of a sudden, you're downtown Chicago. After that, you're in a meeting downtown, and then you leave downtown and you go to Oak Brook to go pick up some clothes. Like, hey, the GPS is not always going to be accurate. It's send-off. It's always going to be accurate, always where you're at.
Definitely not.
So I think you're just creating another fight for yourself without even knowing what's going on.
It does cause a lot of problems because it definitely is inaccurate sometimes. But I feel like just to give your spouse the peace of mind, I feel like it's...
Why?
The reassurance.
That? For what?
It causes... Okay, it's like there's pros and cons. I feel like it causes reassurance, but it also causes problems, just like anything. You're causing them reassurance. So if your phone, like let's say you are in a meeting.
And your phone dies. Let's say
your phone dies. Your spouse wants to see your last known location. It's going to tell you at the office.
Or if you're in trouble, it's also a security thing as well. It's a security thing.
For me personally, I don't use it for like that.
What kind of trouble are you women getting into at 3 o'clock? What kind of trouble can you possibly get into?
I mean, we're women.
It's not even that. It's just like little things. Like I feel like if you're in a certain situation, you're not picking up the phone. Why aren't you picking up the phone? They see your location. Oh, that's why, because they're here knowing that they can't pick up the phone.
That becomes an insecure man, and you have a whole new situation on your hands.
I feel like everybody's a little insecure once they fall in love, and that's what that
definitely.
That's what that location reassures. That location reassures all that. If you're not hiding nothing, don't. If you're causing problems because oh my god, the location's not accurate to what you're saying, that's where you're insecure. That's what the trust comes in. That's something separate.
So let's say you're a stay-at-home mom, and you're sitting there all day. You're where's my husband? Where's my husband? He's got to make money. He's got to go from A to B to C. He's got to go places. He can't sit there and be like,
honey, if you're at the local strip club, I'm going to see that too.
Right. You shouldn't be at Oceans, baby.
Right.
At the office.
It depends on each individual person. I personally have had a bad experience where I've had to share my location and my boyfriend decided to go psycho and use that against me. So
it backfired on you.
Yeah,
that happens though.
Like every location of like where your friends are and then like where shopping places or like wherever you visit frequently, he's going to know that or they're going to know that. And sometimes you may have the best intention put forth, but people are malicious and they tend to use that information towards their advantage.
Mm-hmm. What do you feel about over there?
Jordan?
What you just said, I just relaying back on that. I think that shows more of the insecurity as a man, just because if she's with her friends and he's getting like extra annoyed about that just shows up his insecurity as a person.
Red flag.
Not really that it's a trustworthy that she's cheating, or it's that just that he's jealous of like she's spending time at Home Goods shopping, or she's spending more time this than spending time with me. I feel like that's like a different like almost like thing than just like an actual trust, that they're just become more possessive and just like more controlling of your time, and they think that they're the most important thing and or want to do that. But as far as
I think it's more women than men. I don't think us men are asking you for your damn
lies.
No, yeah. I mean, she literally
guys don't show how crazy they
are. Yeah, she had a guy. She could say it goes both ways though. She had a guy that wanted her location,
I've
right?
Multiple men asked me to share my location.
Good pussy.
Yeah, but they might. You ever think they might want you to share your location so they know where you're at, so they could cheat on you? You ever think about that? So hey, I know you're shopping over here. You're 3 hours away, so now I can play around.
I never
you ever think
looked at
about
it
the
like
other way
that.
around? Do you ever think men could use it the other way?
he was unstable.
Hold on. I was like, hold on.
Wait, I never looked at it this way.
Right, now you're making me
People
rethink.
use information so they're malicious, so that's one of the examples that can happen. That's what I'm saying. Like you're giving people more extra information on which they don't need.
So you don't agree on sharing the
I
location?
don't agree.
Jordan, would you share your location?
It depends on the situation. If you go somewhere where you might experience something new, or like you're meeting someone new and you want to share a location, that may be different. But you can always end it. You don't have to continuously share that.
Right.
Yeah, I think
it's a privilege for sure.
Go into the approach. I think if it becomes more of a fight, and I did nothing to like
provoke it.
Exactly. Then I don't think that I fully need to. At the end of the day, I will, because I have nothing to hide. But I think if it just goes into more of just like having the open relationship, and like you said, wanting to know where each other is at. And now some people are like gagging in relationships and just like obsessed with each.
There's always someone that loves the other person a little more. How do you feel?
It should be the man loving the woman more.
There was always someone that loves a little more. That's a little more controlling in the big aspect of things.
It switches. I think it alternates to be a perfect relationship. I think if it's always one-sided, it's not right.
You're so
draining.
right.
It's draining.
Relationships, you're the plus and the minus. I mean, when I'm at my downfall, I need someone to be the plus, and when I'm the opposite, I mean, it just needs.
It needs to be a balance.
Yeah.
So like I might not want to share my location with you today, but at some point it's like, hey, actually, let's do this. Like, because you start feeling that insecureness, and I feel like it just comes with love and relationships. Like,
no,
at some point,
time is when the cheating starts. That's when it really starts, right?
Hey, that's not everybody.
Whoa, Fad.
Right.
What are you trying to say, bro?
Women get,
Is that when you start cheating?
Yeah, in time. So that just means like with anything. So it's beginning, like we're just expected to that's what's going to be our relationship. No.
I'm just.
Are you speaking from experience, sir?
I'm not speaking from experience. I'm saying generally speaking, where someone knows where you're at, it's easier to cheat, right or wrong.
But
you could see where they're at as well. What if you guys both share location? Me and my guy share it mutually.
You're a stay-at-home mom, and I'm at work. I'm at work, so
I'm gonna have
Billy Bob is coming over.
I'm gonna have the milkman come
coming
inside.
To get you. Yeah. I mean, where I'm at. I'm waiting to get home from work. I'm at work, so you could use it against me generally. So as a male perspective, no.
I never really looked at it.
It really depends. Yeah,
I'm not
depends on the person. I feel like at the end of the day, because when you include all these little factors, it literally goes based on the person, on their insecurities, on their flaws, on the things they need reassurance on. Because I know some people who really just won't share their locations. And it's not even because they're doing anything. It's just because they're like, that's my privacy. You shouldn't know every second where I am, because that's not how trust is built. And it made me like open my perspective on that type of thing, because I usually do it, but for security.
So
I don't look at my man's location.
Are you the one asking?
No, I don't really ask. Like if I'm not on shit, so I don't really care to ask, because I'm gonna assume you're not on shit. But when I start getting like a feeling, I'm gonna be like, just have your location on. So if you don't answer your phone frequently, at least I know where you're at. At least know you're good. Like if you're home, you're asleep.
At least I could check for you, is what you're really trying to say.
Yeah, like when I want to, I could check for you, but I don't really check. Like I've done it before, but I don't go out my way to check for it.
I think people are using the technology against.
But no, people do use it for malicious reasons, because I've had that happen to me. They're like, "You're not at home. What are you doing? Snapping?"
I don't have a Snapchat. I don't have a Snapchat, but even on Snapchat, you can look at people's location, and I feel like it's also like a safety issue as well. Where people could like really run up on your ass, like or do something.
I turn my shit off.
I got a buddy of mine. He just recently got married to his wife, and they would argue all crazy. And one time, he literally was at home. And she was flipping out, calling, and I was the guy she called because I was his best friend. Like, do you know where he's at? And I'd be like, yeah, he said he's at home. He's on the couch. And she's like, no, his location is saying he's somewhere else. And it was just because, the iPhone or whatever, And yeah, he was on the couch. She just didn't look for him. He was at home. So she just went nuts because his location went.
That goes by insecurity too, because I've been in the situation where the location wasn't where they said they were. And I'm not going to go belligerent, react, start calling people, involving people in our problems. I'm going to go look, do my own investigation, ask you once, and, that's where you come to the point where you want to trust somebody.
Investigator over there.
Like, it's not even that. It's just like, we're girls. Okay, we're a woman. I'm a woman. Yeah. Like, I'm going to ask you something, and I could just tell if you're lying just by the way you say it. Like, men are really oblivious to hiding what they do, because men do things on a such frequent basis that when they start like not acting doing something weird, it's obvious. When you start not telling me accurately what's something, that's when girls start getting crazy, because guys make it obvious when they're lying about something, because their behavior is very mutual and standing and like natural, and when they start acting different, it's because they got to go out their way to act different, and you notice that as a woman, because we notice those minor things.
I don't know. Sometimes some guys go out, they all have a couple of beers, they're all drinking, chilling, and
cheat.
One night they're not cheating. They're not cheating. They're going out. They go out together.
You just said everyone's prone to cheat.
Hold on a second. I said, when they're going out and hanging out, all the men, we're just talking, hanging out, talking shit about pretty much you guys, because that's essentially how it goes.
We talk shit too.
As it gets to 2, 3 in the morning, you go to like one of the guys' house, play pool. All of a sudden, you've drank too much. You fucking women are not going to believe you pass out at your friend's house. Where the fuck are you?
Oh, no.
Because y'all wouldn't like that.
Crazy. You guys definitely get
I'm
crazy.
pulling up.
Well, if it depends. If you live with me, you should be coming home. That's just what it is. Your boys could sleep over at our place, but
I'll pick you up. I'll Uber you.
That's the point. You're supposed to have somebody.
Taxi.
You're not going to have me going out on girls' night and be like, oh, I fell asleep. If you love me, you're gonna be tripping. That's all I'm gonna say.
Essentially speaking, right? It does happen.
It does happen.
You have the location, right? That's what you're looking for, correct?
Yeah, but it's like that's not what happens.
That's gonna cause a fight, and you being able to see where they're at, like it's like, oh, did you leave your phone there? Like, you know, where you? I don't know. It's always gonna.
It's the communication.
So you guys are sharing your location. You're sharing it.
I would.
No, you're not sharing it.
Not sharing it.
I'm not in a relationship right now to be sharing, but if I was,
You share it with your mom.
No.
yes,
You do? Okay.
Yeah.
So you're sharing it.
as a security.
I share mine with
thing,
my
for
sister.
sure.
Sure, with my roommate.
And
as a
I think
security
again,
thing.
it's like we live in the world right now of like we want accessibility, like or immediate gratification. Like if someone doesn't know where someone is, like and they're not answering, like you said, like it's just like
It's the patience.
just to understand.
We don't have
So I think
patience
It's just like want to be like,
anymore.
oh, okay, like an understanding thing of like where the person's at and have to like, you know.
So it's not okay in relationships, you think?
I think it's okay in relationships. I do think that to a point.
Why? Why is it okay in a relationship?
Because like everything that we said, but I think it's the approach of like how it starts off. If it becomes toxic and it's a certain thing of distrust, then obviously that's a certain.
If it's for safety,
It's the reason. Yeah, the
Or
reason
it's just
why
like
you
a
ask.
general like a beginning and just like
For safety, what? You guys aren't out there fighting
even
crime.
that.
Okay,
What are
first
you
of all,
talking about?
as
What
a
kind of
woman
safety?
in
You're
this
not out there
world-
fighting
So
crime.
MJ was in. I'm sorry, my boyfriend was in Cabos, and it showed he wasn't answering the phone, and it showed that his location was in the middle of the ocean. And I said, "Oh my God, did the cartel kill this man?" Because it was in the middle of the ocean, and then he calls me like 3 hours later, and he said, "Hey, babe, we all got a yacht, you know, and we were walking around, and you could just jump on a yacht over there, you know, you don't have to pre-book one or anything." He said, we all jumped on a yacht. He sent me pictures and stuff like that. But he was on a yacht for the past few hours. And I was like, okay, cool. But I was scared because I see that you're in the middle of the ocean is what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
So I guess it's safety when I mean like anything could happen to you. Bro, whose location was I looking at? Somebody was locked up, one of my friends. So I look at their location and she's locked up. One of my girls is locked up. So I'm like, oh my God, this bitch is locked up. So now I know I gotta call your mom to let her know that you're locked up. I swear this is like a real
Don't
story.
they turn the phone off when you get locked up?
No.
But it was
keep
so
the phone
even
off?
if they turn the phone off,
Last
it'll show
location.
the last location. So it'll show where they were at, and then it'll say location not available. So I see you're at, you're locked up on 26 in California. So I'm gonna come get you now, But that's really
Well, your
what
man
told
will give
me.
you that collect call. He should know your number by heart, right? You should be the one he calls.
Well, I mean, like that was like with me and a friend, for instance.
And
But
I think that when you're with girls and like because we're girls and like the sharing location, we just all want to feel like super connected. And I think when you have that relationship with your man, you kind of
Even, like, a
that
first
same
date.
thing, like to just be super connected and like
First date for sure.
that.
like a first date, you're meeting somebody up on
Guys are
Tinder.
weird.
People go on these dating apps, and I feel like it's essential. Like tell your girl, hey, here's my location.
Every time.
I picked up my girl. She was out the country in Serbia. I picked her up, and she had to stop somewhere, and she was like, "Oh, I'm gonna share my location because I have a layover here, and I'm here till tomorrow, and I'm gonna go party." And she shared her location with me. There's not shit I can do from over here, but it's still like, hey, I'm the person that last knows where you're at, and I could tell somebody where you're at. It's also a sense of
It's like a
security.
safety net. Yeah, it's like, and then it's like, that person cares like too. And it's just like, again, we just get super invested in like all of our relationships. And I think that if you have a strong relationship and it's for good intentions, there's no problem. I do think, again, like, if it gets to a point of it being like a super toxic thing, it is a problem. So at that point,
It has its pros and cons.
at that point, I mean, to each their own. I don't know, but I
think, yeah.
it could be healthy. It could go both ways. It depends on each person's.
It depends.
It varies for gender, I feel like. Because women do it for security regardless. Like, this world is disgusting and women like to feel safe. And if my friend having location makes me feel 1% more safe.
Your friend or your spouse?
My friend, spouse, anybody, just anybody having it. Someone I know that I could trust knows where I'm at. So if I don't answer the phone and I go missing, you at least know where I was. You know what I'm
Why
saying?
are you going missing all of a
But
sudden?
I'm not
Just
saying,
go
I'm just
missing.
saying what if.
You're
That's
not
what I'm saying.
I
It's
mean,
different
people
for
get
men to understand that,
kidnapped.
though.
People get kidnapped.
Girls,
These
why are you
one-offs.
acting
You're talking about
so,
one-offs over here. I'm talking about you're in a relationship. The man is sitting there. Hey, what are you doing over here? What is going on over here? Like, do you really like that shit?
No,
Like, you
if
like
they,
that
that's what she said though. Like, if you start going like blowing me up, talking about why are you here? Why are you're doing too
But yeah,
much.
you're in an argument. Let's say
You're
you're in an
doing too
argument.
much.
You're out. You decide to go out. Like,
That's what I'm saying.
That kills your whole individuality, the whole self-conscious, self-self,
You
At
just
that point,
end the
bye.
relationship.
Yeah, at
Yeah.
that point, bye.
You're insecure as fuck.
People
And
get
that's
into
just what it
arguments.
is.
People get into arguments. You can drop somebody, be like, you know what? I don't want to share my location right now with you. Like, You girls do it all the time, right? You stop sharing.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But it's not it's because
To piss you
guys
off.
don't show their other guy friends how they are. Guys like to nag crazy. Why are you here? Why are you here? I'm in the mall. Okay, why are you on this side of the mall? Because there's different stores. Like, if you start nagging me for every 2 seconds I move, you're insecure as fuck, and I'm turning that shit off because clearly you can't handle that privilege.
Exactly.
That's just what it is. Both genders, both ways. I don't care if you're gay, bi, whatever. That's just both ways. It's a privilege. It's a privilege.
What? Why are you here, dog?
But
But also,
Real quick.
the way this world's built, like, I don't play that shit. So I need to know. Like, that's just what it is. Sorry.
You just need to know where he's at.
Yeah.
That's it. Makes you feel good.
Jessica
Yeah.
don't care to know where she's
I
at.
really don't care.
That's just like, I'm my own
She's
bitch.
like, go to the strip club. I don't care.
I'll be there too, shaking ass.
You're gonna catch me on the pole, buddy.
Yeah. Better be spending.
So I mean, does it just give you that feeling of like self-awareness that I know where my man's at, so I'm good?
Yeah.
Because some men have gotten smarter. They just leave their phone and they'll forward all their calls to another phone, so they think they're. I don't
Okay, I didn't even know that was a thing, but that seems like some shit you would do, Fab, because that's a little detailed.
He knows
About some
He
men.
knows every trick in the book.
I'm just saying, some men that are.
You
pretty
know
smart.
they're gonna hate you for giving us all the secrets because you
just
just
telling
gave
you.
up all the tea, sir.
I'm just
Thanks.
saying, there's ways around it. You're not really getting your man or your girl. You girls have tricks too. You know that.
But again, that's
Hey, babe.
Hit him
tell-
with the trick.
But
Hit you with the blick.
Who here is in a relationship? Who here is in a relationship? Nobody.
What?
Hey.
So he's got your location right now.
No. Like I said, in the beginning we did. And you know, in the beginning we did, and then it just became like, okay, you pissed me off, I'm blocking you. I pissed him off, he's blocking me. And then it was just too much where it was like we were like resharing it every other day, and then we just stopped asking at one point. And then it was like, but if we call like if someone calls you and they're not answering, I feel like it's like the location just gives a sense of security, like you see where they're at. But I mean, somebody's gonna do what they want to do, even if you don't share. I feel like, and we've reached a point, we've been together for so many years that it's like now we're at a point where like, hey, you're gonna do what you want to do.
At the end of the day, two colors always come out, and sharing the location, like you said, even
It's not
hide
changing
it,
shit.
Even
You-
if they leave the phone at home, I mean, you're still.
I'm not opposed to it, but I wouldn't say it's the most healthy approach. If you have to go to those extremes, then maybe you should reevaluate the relationship that you're in.
100%.
Definitely.
I got you guys. Well, we're gonna close it out right here. We appreciate you guys, and tune in next time in another episode of Wake Up. Thank you so much.